Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at not 1, not 50, but 9 brand new Thomas DVDs. Well, brand new for me. So if you've been watching me since my Thomas at Home days, you probably remember that I always meant to cover a couple UK DVDs. I wanted to cover the remaining Season 21 DVDs we never got here in America, as well as the remaining Season 20 DVD. And I wanted to cover the complete series DVDs. However, the only way to get those in America is to either get them off of Amazon, which takes a long time and gets pretty expensive, or find some sort of auction on eBay, which I happened to find this time. So I want to give a huge shout out to fellow Thomas YouTuber and Twitter user Donald9 and Douglas10. He very graciously sold me a bunch of his complete series DVDs that he was selling on his eBay store. I'll leave his store linked in the description, but he's got a good amount of good stuff on there. He's got a couple of hard-to-find DVDs he's just trying to get rid of so he can move into his new place. And he sold me all of these for a very good price. So we're going to be taking a look at all of the good seasons. I don't know if the title is going to be unboxing every complete series DVD. That's technically a lie. And if I did title it like that, someone would say, "You forgot season 12 and you forgot the 13 through 16. You're a faker." Well, those seasons are shit. Who likes those seasons? So I did say we have 9 DVDs to look at. Technically, we should be looking at 11, but there is one exception to the rule. So we're not looking at season 5 because I already have season 5. I've had season 5 for about a year. I got this last year for my birthday just to test out if I liked the complete series DVDs, and I gotta say, this is a really nice one. So I do have season 5, and he unfortunately did not have season 18, so I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for that. But the main reason I wanted to get these DVDs was to almost nearly complete my Thomas Home Media collection, and you didn't hear this from me, but Thomas at Home may be coming back. What? I didn't say that. Anyways, let's take a look at the first package here. So he sent them in 2 separate shipping envelopes, so we'll have 2 different parts to this. Now, he graciously grouped up a couple of the DVDs for me, but when he went to put them together, a couple of them did have bids on them already. He grouped together, I think in this package, we have season 3, 4, 6, 7, and 19. I don't usually like getting into bidding wars on eBay because I get really pissed off if I lose. I was in a slight bidding war on some of the other DVDs that we'll take a look at in a minute, but I was able to get all of these, no question. So thank you so much, Donald9 and Douglas10. You are very kind and gracious to do that for me. So let's take a look at this first one here. So it's been a while since I've actually bought a new Thomas DVD. I finished off my collection back in 2022, 2023, and Mattel notoriously stopped making Thomas DVDs in 2017. Well, they do DVDs for All Engines Go, but who likes All Engines Go, you know? So it's kind of exciting to get brand new Thomas DVDs. Well, quote brand new. They are technically new though, you'll see that in a minute. They're all sealed to my knowledge, so let's take a look at what we got here. Oh my goodness. So here we've got season 3. I'm kind of mixed on this artwork. On all of these complete series DVDs, well, for the model series, they use hit era pictures, which I'm not a huge fan of because, you know, this is obviously not from season 3, but they probably didn't have good high-quality pictures taken during Season 3 that would match the aesthetic of this, so I assume they used the hit-era pictures just for high-quality pictures for their cover, but yeah. We got this yellow background here. We got Thomas, and you can just see Salty right there. This would have worked a lot better on Season 6, but you know what, whatever. 26 episodes. Here is the side here. Here's the back. This is from... Oh, God. It's been a while. I want to say this is from Thomas and the Lighthouse. I could be wrong there. And what I like about the complete series DVDs is that, especially on the older ones, they have all of the Steam Team members listed on them, because it's very rare on DVDs like this where you would get like Edward and Toby and even rarely Henry on them, but we do have all of them here. And then they also have the new characters introduced in the season on here as well. We have Mavis and Oliver, who were new in this season, and Diesel for some reason. Don't know why they put Diesel here. They could have put like Toad or Bulgy or something, but whatever. And you can see, yes, they are indeed all shrink wrapped. So I thought we'd do a little unboxing of these as well and take a look on the inside here. I don't think we'll have any like inserts or pamphlets or anything, but it'll be interesting to see if we do. Sorry, I got a weird setup here. I've got my mic off to the side here, and I got to reach around that to get my other hand here in the frame. But let's get this off. All right, here is the disc, and yeah, it is a bit plain on the inside. I would have liked to have seen maybe like an advertisement for what was coming out around the time. I think these all came out in 2012, so maybe some Blue Mountain Mystery stuff would be cool, but oh well. I think I'll mention this throughout the video, but I'm not a fan of the clear cases, so I think once I get Season 18, I'm going to transition all of these over to the just standard black cases, because that, A, in my opinion, looks a lot better, and B, matches the US DVDs I have. So we'll put Season 3 off to the side here, and we'll take a look at Season 4 next. I love this cover. I think it looks very comfy and cozy, even though this is Season 7 Thomas, but that's okay. I forgot to mention on the other one, we have over 2 hours of Thomas content on here. So this is every single episode from Season 4. And these are all the restored versions, so these are going to look pretty nice. Yeah, this is all the, like, you know, wording and the basic layout of these are exactly the same across every single one of these. I think they do change once we get to the the CGI series, but for all the model series ones, it's exactly the same. So they have changed, actually quite significantly. They've changed the characters on the back here. We've got Gordon, James, Percy, Peter, Sam, Toby, Duncan, Stepney, and Rusty, and Duke, surprisingly. This is how, as a kid, I found out Duke was still alive. Because when I didn't grow up with the Duke episodes as a kid, but when I saw them on, I guess, Netflix back in like 2012, I was like, oh, Duke's a cool character. And I was like, well, he's not in the modern series, so where the hell is he? But I found out here that he's technically still alive, and he is in good hands right now. He's owned by Thomas Tank Merch, Ricky and Lewis. Great guys, and Duke is going to be alive for the rest of our lives, so that's very nice. I think this... Is this also a picture from Thomas and the Lighthouse? This might be from... Oh, what's that episode? Like Smoke and Mirrors or something? Again, I apologize. I don't know if I mentioned this. I apologize for the crude and kind of awkward camera angle. If we go any higher, we'll see the end of the sky, and I think that looks really dumb. So we're just going to have to keep it at this level right now. But you can really see how cheap these were back in the day. I mean, Thomas DVDs... I've always been relatively cheap, but I think in America, Thomas DVDs used to sell for about $10 to $15. Let's get this open here. Very nice. Cool. Yeah, Season 4 is one of my favorite seasons. I think it would probably go Season 5, then Season 4, then maybe even Season 3. I don't know, but I'm very happy to have Season 4 on DVD. It's a great season, and very evident by the fact that I am doing completely narrow gauge remakes this year. So that's cool. Let's take a look at Season 6 next. I do not like Season 6 at all. I think Season 6 is kind of garbage, but the cover's pretty cool. I really like the contrast between the blue and the orange. That looks really nice. And this is from Thomas Sets Sail. Fun fact, this was the last episode where the classic Thomas from Season 1 was used. There was a brass Thomas model made, I think, for Thomas and the Magic Railroad. And that was used from, I think, Season 6 to Season 12. It might have been used in 6 and 7, the plastic one. But this, I think this is the plastic Thomas. I could be wrong, but I know Thomas Set Sail was the last appearance of the Perspex Thomas model, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, here is the side. Do we have Cranky on the back? Oh, no, we don't. Oh, no, Cranky was in Season 5. My apologies. I'm not sure what episode this is from. This could literally be from any episode from Season 8 to 10, if you ask me, but... Oh, well. Yeah, same characters here, but as you'll see over here, we have Jack, who's covered up by the price tag, Salty, and Harvey, so that's very fitting. I don't think they ever get any of these characters wrong. Like, I don't think... Well, they got Diesel wrong. That's actually a miss, but you'll never see, like, Donald and Douglas listed as new characters on, like, the Season 7 DVD. That's just wrong. I mean, that could happen. I don't know off the top of my head, but... I'm pretty sure they're pretty consistent with all the new characters and such. Here is Season 6. Very cool. Again, very, very mid-season. Oh, is this broken? Or is it just not closed properly? Oh, I think the case might be a bit busted. Maybe it's just bent. But I don't know if you can see, it's a little, like the bottom clamp closes. This one does not close very well, which is unfortunate, but it gives me more reason to actually replace the cases with the black ones. Yep, there's the disc. Very cool. Again, Season 6 is a very mid-season, but hey, it's cool to have it in widescreen because America notoriously got Season 6 in full screen. And here is the last classic season, Season 7. I really like Season 7. I think Season 7 is a very underrated season. That was one of my favorite seasons growing up. I had the Percy Saves the Day DVD. That has all Season 7 episodes, and I loved the shit out of that DVD. But yeah, love the cover. Bright red with the classic Thomas. You've got over 2 hours of Thomas again, 26 episodes, yada, yada, yada. Same old, same old. Who's on the back here? Oh, it's kind of weird. What? Fergus? What the hell? Why would they put Fergus on the back? That's kind of a bizarre choice. I mean, he was a new character this season, but I would have thought they would put, like, Arthur or Murdoch or even, Spencer. Why the hell is Rheneas on here? Okay, that kind of contradicted my statement from earlier. That's really weird. I could not place this picture if I tried. Yeah, you can read all the descriptions too if you want. I mean, it's at a very awkward angle, but you can probably find these on the Thomas Wiki. I'm not going to talk shit about the Thomas Wiki, but it's not always a very reliable source. Especially when it comes to like the gallery and stuff, but we're not here to talk shit about the Wiki. We're here to talk the praises of the complete Series 7 DVD. Yeah, it just looks so colorful and vibrant, which really matches the aesthetic with Season 7. I mean, Season 6 was very desaturated, very unlifeful. I don't know if that's a word, but there was just no life to Season 6, in my opinion. But Season 7, man, I'd say this goes behind like Season 3 and 4 for best-looking classic season. It looks really good. There is the disc. We've never gotten a complete pack series DVD, unfortunately. I think that would have been pretty cool, because that was filmed alongside Season 7, but oh well. And then the last DVD in this envelope is the complete Series 19. I really like Season 19. A couple duds here and there, but overall pretty good season. But the way they started packaging the complete series DVDs around this time is really annoying. So all 26 episodes are included on here, but we have a bonus disc. Now I assume Mattel and whoever makes these DVDs decided to include these because these DVDs were not selling very well, and it's probably pretty hard and expensive to print 2 DVDs for the complete series, like the CGI series DVDs. So they're like, we'll just cram 20 episodes onto one disc, put them in 360p, and then we'll give you the Start Your Engines DVDs on their own disc. Boring and lazy, but well, you can definitely tell here that they changed the back style, like the style of the back. It's gonna have to be put like this. I apologize. But yeah, We've got Percy, Edward, Emily, Henry, and James. And then you can see right here, introducing Philip. That's pretty cool. And then here are the episodes listed on the Start Your Engines DVD. Two Wheels Good, Reds vs. Blues, Slow Steven, The Little Engine Who Raced Ahead, Best Engine Ever, and Philip to the Rescue. Cool. Let's get this open here. I believe this one was released in 2017. Don't quote me on that. It was fairly recently. They don't usually release the complete series DVDs like after the episodes air in the UK. They usually give it about 2 years or so. Well, they did. They don't make them anymore. Yeah, I remember when this came out. I remember when season 20 came out too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But people were, I guess, pretty excited about this one. And I really like the cover on this. I love the silver. That picture of Thomas is pretty cool. Yeah, it's just a very vibrant color. And they haven't really done like gray or silver. And they actually made gray and silver look interesting on here. Yep, season 19. Here is the back again. So here is the disc. It's not going to turn, I apologize. I really like how Thomas is positioned on here. That looks pretty cool. And then here is Start Your Engines. Yay. Oh well, whatever. Cool. Alright, so that's all for the first package. Let's just review what we had before we move on to the next one. Oh boy, so we have Season 3, Season 4, Season 6, Season 7, and Season 19. For the most part, 5 of the best seasons of Thomas. But we're going to look at 4 more even better ones in just a minute. Alright, so let's move on to the second package here. So this has Season 1, Season 2, Season 17, and Season 20. Again, some really, really nice seasons. I don't have rankings for seasons off the top of my head, but I would say, I think everybody knows that Season 5 is my favorite season, but Season 20, man, that season is so great, and it holds such a special place in my heart, because that was the first season of Thomas I ever watched live. Live as in when the episodes were uploaded to YouTube. I watched them right after they were uploaded. I didn't watch them like on PBS Kids. I was like 12 or 13, so I was too old to be watching PBS Kids. Hell, I was too old to watch Thomas. I still am, but yeah, this season is very special to me. So let's see what we got here. Alright, let's go to Season 1 first. So Season 1 is not a bad season. I like it a lot. It's a very good like character, personality-based season. It really sets the stage for Thomas, I mean, being the first season and all, but I think this is a very quaint, very relaxed, and very Railway Series inspired season. So we've got Season 8 Thomas on the front here. Not a problem at all. Just slightly a problem. I like the red. It looks very nice. It looks very grand and classy, and it contrasts well with the gold text of Series 1. There is the side, and here is the back. Whoa! Look at that picture of Terrence. Okay, that's gotta be from, gosh, a long time ago, because Terrence wasn't in the show around this time. Or I guess around the hit era. Birdie was. But it's interesting that they have Terrence on here. And they also have the fat Hitler dictator. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. The fat controller. Stop hat. Why do they call him the fat controller? That's kind of derogatory. And then here is, I guess, like Season 8, Season 9 Thomas. Cool. Let's get him open here. I was actually pretty lucky as a kid. The first Thomas DVD I ever had was Thomas's Halloween Adventures. And the third episode on that DVD is the first episode of the show. So I got pretty lucky there. I mean, I could probably guess that it was the first episode of the show as a kid, but I don't think I realized that until I was much older. What's all this stuff? Ugh. Probably from the package. This was sitting outside yesterday, so there's going to be some nature elements sprinkled on the table and such. Here we go. Very cool. Let's pop it open here. Lovely. For those of you who are unfamiliar with like the UK DVDs, if any parents are watching this and want to get these DVDs for their kids, you can't play this on a standard like Blu-ray player or Xbox or something. You can play it on a PlayStation, but you have to switch the settings to be region... God, remind me. I think this is either region 1 or region 2. Oh yeah, region 2, right there. So US DVDs are in region 1, and that's what all the DVD players and PlayStations and whatnot are set to. You can switch it over to region 2, but you only get like 5 attempts with that. So I would suggest, if you do want to get these for your kid, I would recommend maybe finding like a PlayStation 4 or something that you don't use regularly, and then have that permanently set to play Region 2. Something like that. Or get like a Region 2 DVD player. I don't know how expensive those are, but you could do that. But yeah, I didn't really understand what Region 2 and what all that meant until a couple years ago. So, yeah. Let's go to... I don't want to cut myself on the knife. Let's go to Season 2. Now, I like Season 2. I don't love it. I love this cover, though. I think something about the picture of Thomas and the blue and the yellow and the red here, like, this all just stands out so much. It's such a vibrant cover, excuse me. It's a very vibrant cover, and it really makes me excited to watch this. So we've got, I believe this is Season 10 Thomas, because you can see Rocky in the back there. Could be Season 11, and they changed the color. That's a very legit possibility. Yep, Season 2. In the back here, they did sort of change this on the side here, but Birdie is still the same, but we have Donald and Douglas now. I don't know why they didn't put, like, Duck or something on here, but that's besides the point. Let's crack this open here. I think Season 2 has kind of had a weird history where fans, like, 10 years ago were like, oh, Season 2, it's the best season of Thomas. And nowadays, people are like, oh, I like Season 3, I like Season, 5 and 7 or whatever the hell. But Season 2 is kind of the season that gets flown under the radar a bit, but I still think it's a pretty good season. Yep, here is the disc. Very cool. I'm just in love with this cover. I think this looks so beautiful. The shade of blue contrasts so well with this picture of Thomas, the red outline, the complete Series 2 font color. It's a very aesthetically pleasing cover. I like it a lot. So yeah, we have 2 more left. We've got Season 17, which is another one of my favorite underrated seasons. I remember when this season came out back in like 2013, people were kind of taken aback, but very happy. And I was rejoicing when we saw episodes like Bill or Ben and like, what's it called? The Thomas Way, like the classic characters were coming back. The classic writing formula was coming back. The episodes weren't stupid. We didn't get stupid rhyming dialogue over and over, but yeah, the season does have issues, like the animation is really bad, but I think for the most part the stories are very, very solid. But we've got all the new characters from King of the Railway and the one that everybody forgets exists, Porter. And I absolutely, again, like Season 2, I love this cover, and I love how this is packaged. So we see here, it says over 4 hours of Thomas because the CGI episodes were up to 8 minutes and 45 seconds versus 4.5 minutes. So, of course, there's going to be a lot more content. So they spread this across 2 DVDs. And I think that was a very, very smart choice. But that probably cost them a lot of money. And I don't know how well this sold. But if this had sold well, I would imagine that the rest of the CGI DVDs would also have 2 discs. I don't recall if the Nitrogen seasons have 2 discs because There were only 20 episodes in those seasons. Now we have 26, so of course there's going to be more content. But here is disc 1, and here is disc 2. Very nice. Yeah, it just feels like a very complete and very aesthetically pleasing DVD. I like this one a lot. I like this picture of Thomas, too. I mean, people were complaining a little while ago when the new motorized merch got released, or I guess revealed. People were like, all of the Arc Thomas promos suck because they frame Thomas like he's not even a train. Well, I think this is an Arc promo of Thomas. But I think it looks pretty cool. So, I mean, yeah, he's got his brakes on really hard, but I think it looks pretty awesome, I gotta say. Now, that was a great picture of Thomas, and we come to possibly the worst picture of Thomas. Oh, God. This is just, like, horrible. Like, who approved this? This looks like shit. I mean, the rest of the DVD, like season 20, this is great. This is beautiful. I love the orange. I love that we have, the Arlesborough, is it Harbor? Yeah, Arlesborough Harbor in the background. Looks really nice, very reminiscent of majority of the episodes that take place in this location this season. But it's got the worst picture of Thomas ever. This reminds me of the Journey Beyond Sodor DVD, which had Thomas with that stupid grin on his face that looks so dumb, and this looks so dumb too. I can't even talk about this even more anymore. This looks so dumb. So we've got 26 episodes here and the Extraordinary Engines DVD, but this is wrong because we're missing the Glynn episodes. The Glynn episodes kind of have a weird production history behind them. Apparently they were supposed to be a part of season 21, or they were supposed to be exclusive to Tinsel on the Tracks. I don't know for sure if that's accurate or not. Ian McHugh might just be losing his mind, but I mean, those were produced during the season 20 year, so I don't know why we didn't get these on the DVD. And to make matters even worse, we didn't even get season 21 on DVD, and we were supposed to get those episodes on there, so we would have 20 episodes on the season 21 DVD set, whatever the hell. But we don't have that, so we don't have the Glynn episodes, but oh well. At least we have the Daisy episodes. That's all that matters in my eyes. But yeah, there's the Extraordinary Engines little bullshit. There's James, Percy, and Thomas. And then we've got the two new characters for the season, Hugo and Bradford. And then one of the new characters from Lost Treasures, Skiff. They probably couldn't fit Ryan, Judy, and Jerome on here either, but that's fine in my eyes. But cool, let's get this open here. Let's get this video done. I don't know how long this is because I stopped recording after the first part and I started up again. We're running at just 11 minutes on this clip, so I think we're about maybe around the half-hour mark, or like just approaching, or maybe we passed it. I don't know. But this is probably going to be a pretty long video. But yeah, here is season 20. Here is the side and all. Oh, they don't have them on the tray. Hold on. Let me just take this off screen for a minute to get this facing the right way. Here we go. So there is the regular disc, and then here is the Extraordinary Engines disc, but they list it as a bonus disc. That's mildly cool. I'm not too familiar with the UK DVDs, so I don't know if the episodes on here are going to be compressed. I don't know why they would, but I do remember when this was released in America, it was released in the era where, or I guess the time period where Universal was really bad at transferring the episodes over to the discs. Like the episodes looked like crap. Starting with like The Adventure Begins and Dinos and Discoveries, the quality on the episodes was just horrible. So I wonder if the UK ones are better. I don't know what would be a safe bet, but I'm gonna assume they're not, which is unfortunate, but oh well. But yeah, that is everything here. So let's get everything in order here. It's just so satisfying to finally have all of these. So we just took a look at season 1, season 2, season 17, and season 20. Sorry again that the framing is really weird. I apologize about that. Well, let's get everything in order here. This is going to be a pretty cool little shot. Alright, so here is everything. I wonder if I could... I'll just put them like this for now. So yeah, we got Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 6, Season 7, Season 17, Season 19, and Season 20. Oh, whoa, that's weird. Look at that. I just noticed this. Season 19 says Mattel Creations, but Season 20 says Hit Entertainment. Does this say... That is wild. What? That is so weird. I honestly never noticed that before. I wonder if Season 18 says Mattel Creations. I want to say it does. But that's odd. I never noticed that. Alright. Well, yeah, we've got pretty much all the good seasons, like I said earlier. I do have... Oh, sorry, I think some plastic hit the camera. I do have Season 5, so we have all of the classic model seasons. But we do not have Season 18 yet. I'm going to work on that, though. I want to get Season 18 before the next collection video. Not sure about that, though. And I also do want to take a look at... Come on, camera, stand up. Come on. Okay, that's the best we're going to get. Let's just do this. Nope. Putting it back like this. Sorry, guys. There we go. I want to take a look at the remaining Season 21 DVDs, but unfortunately the seller did not have them, and those are pretty expensive to get. So maybe I'll find another once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity to get them on eBay for really cheap from America, but I'm not holding my breath or anything. But yeah, very happy with this purchase. These were pretty cheap. I think these were each started off at like $5 or $6, which I think is what they ended at as well. So I got a pretty nice deal on all of these. Yeah, thank you so much again to Donald 9 and Douglas 10. I really appreciate it. Go support his eBay store if you can. He's got a lot of really cool DVDs. I think he just relisted Thomas's Christmas Wonderland. I think this is actually coming out like weeks after I'm recording it. I think this is coming out at the end of May. But that might still be available. So if you're looking for some cool Thomas DVDs or VHS tapes or whatever the hell, head over to his eBay store. Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the 80th anniversary of Thomas. Again, I don't know when this is coming out, so Steamroller might be out. If it's not out, it will be out next week. But I'm really excited for you guys to see that because I think it's going to be a really, really cool one. But again, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in June. Bye!